settings here, and we're ready to rock and roll. What are we drinking tonight?
Iced tea.
Good man. I like iced tea. It's my summer drink. I'm back in California.
Yeah, that's what you were saying.
And we're ready to rock and roll. What do we drink? Okay, I'm on. There we go. Sorry, got a little reverb there. Here's what I got tonight. Little Coors.
Nice.
Oh,
the only
yeah.
I used to drink Coors Light, but I don't like beer, but I would drink it with people.
Yeah.
I mean, it was good. It went down quick. I was doing roofing at the time, new construction, and we'd finish off a 30-pack before it even got warm.
I can't drink like that anymore. Hi, Marquise.
Hey, Clyde, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Well, we're all here. Thank you for joining. We're all here to celebrate, possibly, the life of Bernie Madoff. May he rest in peace. Let me show you guys my background here. I have a very unusual take about Bernie Madoff. Okay, and we don't have to waste a lot of discussion or time whether he was a good man or not. He was not. He was evil. He stole from people. He hurt people. He devastated their finances. There were even people who committed suicide because of what he did. But the lesson I think to learn from this guy is, for over 20 years, he was able to convince very smart, very well-educated, very wealthy people to give him money. How did he do that? How did these smart people, and as I always like to say, some of them even went to Columbia University. That's my wife's college. Yeah, you didn't give him money, dear. He actually stole over, or used what we call a Ponzi scheme for over 65 billion, that's billion with a B, dollars. That's a lot of money for really, ooh, I'm getting some background noise. Okay. I mean, that to me is just amazing. Nehemiah, hello. Welcome aboard. That to me is amazing. I know it was a Ponzi scheme, a pyramid scheme, but what did he say or do to these people for them to just hand over the money? Well, one of the things he did, background noise. Oh God, Nehemiah, please. One of the things he did, we always talk in sales. How do you get someone to make a commitment? How do you close somebody in the first phone call? How do you get somebody to make an immediate decision? You got to hit them emotionally. What is the one emotion all investors like?
Knowing that they're going to make a profit.
Yeah. What's another word for that? One word.
Greed.
Greed, baby. Greed. Greed, avarice. And how you doing there, Nehemiah?
I'm grand. I'm sitting here watching The Wizard of Lies right now.
The Wizard of Lies. Good. Is that the one with the guy from Godfather? I was
Al Pacino?
Not Pacino, the other one.
Hold on, let me see. It's not Al Pacino. What's his name?
He was in The Godfather.
Yeah, he was in The Godfather. About Robert De Niro.
De Niro.
Yes.
Thank you, Robert De Niro. That's the good one. Is that on HBO or Netflix or whatever?
Yeah, HBO Max. I guess we're doing a plug for HBO Max. They need to send us a check for seeing that.
And that was called what was the name of that movie again?
The Wizard of Lies.
The Wizard of Lies. I've got to see that again. This man fascinates me that he was able to persuade. Success in business is about persuading people. And
right.
No one questioned. There was only one man. I think his name was Markopoulos. And he was an analyst, and he went to the Federal Trade Commission and everyone for years. He said, this guy's given returns that it's impossible for someone mathematically to give these consistent returns much higher than everybody else. It's mathematically can't be done, So he was offering these very high returns. He was hitting the greed button on people.
Yeah.
Guess what happens when you make people very emotional in any business?
Any business, emotional, that's when people make their decisions and they, they justify them later. We know the golden rule or one of the main rules in Guts is people makes decisions emotionally immediately, So I'm about an hour in and I'm learning so much about his personality. There was a scene in there where they were saying basically Bernie would find somebody's weakness and poke at it. And that will be enough for an investor to just open up the checkbook, just open up the pocketbook and just give him whatever, they trusted him when he was able to exacerbate those needs.
They gave him the money, no questions asked.
No question.
If they challenged him or anything like that, he said, go to somebody else. I don't need you. Everybody else is giving me. He also used social proof.
Right.
He had a very strong word of mouth.
Yes.
Okay. Gee, all your friends, all celebrities, sports people, leaders in industry. I mean, if you Google, you'll find some very famous people, very successful and famous people. Just gave him money, no questions asked. Yeah. And if they did question him or anything like that, he said, okay, bye. I don't need you, good, go away. I got plenty of other people who want to make these really high, exorbitant returns, much higher than the bank or the stock market or the bond market.
Yeah.
And he had a reputation. He was involved with NASDAQ, for a long time. And so he had a reputation preceding him. Mm-hmm. And he traded on that a lot too. But the thing that I think most people miss is what powers of persuasion did he have to get people to just give him all this money? I mean, I have situations where sometimes for small amounts of money, people want all kinds of T's crossed and I's dotted. They want references, which is fine. They want all this stuff. But people, when it came to Bernie Madoff, they didn't ask for a lot of stuff. He also fudged a lot of his paperwork too, by the way. So he did.
Yeah,
go ahead.
That's very true. Yeah, you said the word fudged. That's a great safe word to use there. Because
well, I want to keep it. It's a family show. I want to keep it clean.
You inspired me to do I'm gonna do a watch party tonight, and probably around 11 p.m. and I'm gonna just play the Wizard of Lies for everybody on Facebook, just to tune in and just do a watch party where everybody's just to see the story of them. And, obviously people are going to have their own opinions, but, I'm looking at the man, I'm seeing his vision. I see what he was attempting to do because, in the film, they revealed that he was chairman of the NASDAQ, chairman of the International Securities, chairman of the FINRA, chairman of, everybody trusted him. Everybody, just basically said he is the guy, right? And with that little bit, that amount of social proof, you're not going to question this guy. You're not even going to question anything. It's just do what he say do, and, everybody else just get in line,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But to me, we're all in business. And the powers of persuasion, they can be used for good. You can do business honestly and ethically and still persuade people to your way of thinking, to the value of the way you do business. You can close people very quickly, even for capital sales, like Bernie did, really big, big dollar amounts. Huge dollar amounts.
Huge.
To the very end, even before he was arrested, people were still giving him money.
Right. That is amazing. Wow. And I'm curious to know, because it was going on for what, 20 years?
Over 20 years.
Over 20 years of him just manipulating the market. Like the real market maker is Bernie Madoff, right? He is that guy that created the market. The NASDAQ created FINRA. So does that mean that the essence of America or the trade desk and everything that we're looking at is built on a Ponzi scheme?
There's a lot of people out there. You see it in guru land, motivational speakers, network marketing. Sometimes they tend to overpromise. Okay, and they tend to motivate people by very persuasive stories. John and Mary here, look, they're rich. Look, they're living in Florida. They're living on the beach. They have their own boat and everything, just because they followed my plan. Because they did this and that. And then when you say, "Well, show me," and that's when it gets a little dicey. That's when they can't do it. I like that Missouri license plate. It says "Show me" on it.
Yeah, the show me state.
Yeah. I say, gee, that's great. That's wonderful. Could you show me how did you do it? When's the last deal you did? Could I see your tax returns? Can you give me some references of people I can speak to? And that's when they start backpedaling or obfuscating and stuff. So the lesson to be learned is a great salesperson can make an awful lot of money, and you don't have to steal or hurt people. Right. The thing is, if you got a good product or service, a lot of us are in real estate. The thing is having that dialogue and making the prospect emotional and using all the same tools that Bernie did, but without Bernie Madoff was just a crook.
Oh yeah.
I don't like to speak ill of the dead. He just passed away and everything. This is his memorial service.
Yeah, right. My birthday.
You have a memorial service for him.
Yeah. Well, you're only on this planet for a short while. What's the legacy you leave behind?
Right.
Bernie Madoff was basically a Greek tragedy, if you think about it. I mean, his one son, I believe, committed suicide when the whole thing happened. You probably have seen that in the movie already, or you will. Wow. Sorry to be give away the
spoiler.
Thing.
Yeah, you just gave me a spoiler. I didn't see that part.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Oh, he also goes to jail, by the way. Yes.
Oh yeah, you're right.
John, chime in here. What do you think, man? What's your thoughts?
Honestly, I really don't know a whole lot about him. The only thing I can really relate to knowing is, are you familiar with that show, 2.5 Men?
I'm familiar with it. Yeah, it had I forgot what his name. What's the name of that actor? He's always got
Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen, yes.
Yeah. They had an episode where his brother was doing a Ponzi scheme with his family and all that good stuff, and they mentioned his name in that. But other than that, besides when he passed, and I looked up some the articles that they talk about him, I just have a background from that. And they basically were saying that he was persuasive with and is influencing. All that you guys are talking about right now is pretty much what the wordings were saying.
Yeah.
It's how can such smart, well-educated people be so naive, so duped? That's the thing that fascinates me. I mean,
here's the thing. There's a real really I'm trying to think of the word, I lost it, but successful marketer, and he put an ad out there for $9.95 for nothing, and he even posted, Senate, you're going to receive a box of nothing, you will get nothing for $9.95, and he actually had 500 some people purchase that.
I can imagine. There's a guy who's called Customized Potato, and this guy literally buys Idaho potatoes, and people order a potato for $1.50, and the guy writes your name on the potato, packs it up, puts it in the mail, and he closes well over $10,000-$15,000 a month in just sending out mailing potatoes. So I can imagine. Yeah, there's a market for anything out here.
Yeah. There's a older millionaire. I just seen it on a little cast of something. I don't know what it was, but he peels potatoes for something, and he's doing it in his 80s, 90s, or whatever, and that's what he does for a living.
Are you talking about Joe Adis, who sells the potato peelers on the street?
Yes, that guy right there.
Joe Adis, he's gone, by the way. He passed away.
Okay.
He would go every day with a little wagon, put on his nice little suit, and he would sell these little $20 imported from Switzerland or something, potato peelers. And he would basically just talk to people as they went by. They were curious. And he'd tell jokes and tell stories while he look at this great potato peeler. And he engaged himself with people all day long. And what most people didn't know is that he made a lot of money doing this. A lot. Yeah. He lived on Park Avenue, which is, if you know New York City, Park Avenue, the little condos or apartments there, they go for millions. Okay. He just did this, taking his little wagon and selling these little $5 for $20 potato peelers all day long.
Yep. Yeah, I guess if you bought one, he would give you a second one for free and tell them that this would be I guess it was the only peeler that they would ever need. And there's a little clip that I saw this past week or so about him.
Yeah. I think it was about a few months ago. I believe, Claude, we actually had that on a Monday Guts call that you shared that with us.
Exactly. Yeah. All he did was talk to people. I talk about sales every day. I do one thing. I run a very successful business, and I mean financially. I make money every day, almost, just about every day on my business. And the one thing I do that I think I do pretty good is I talk to people. I ask questions, okay? And I basically use all the different aspects of psychology that I've studied, Cialdini, Dr. Eric Byrne, Dr. Harris, Dr. Milton Erickson, a little Pavlov, a little Freud, a little Jung. I learned how to ask questions. I try to make people feel good. I use a little bit of humor. I do a little storytelling. Okay. And fortunately, enough people say yes to me, whether it's real estate or my mentoring program or my products every day. And that's all I do is I talk to people. Okay. It's not very, it's really kind of an old school technique. I do my marketing through YouTube, through live streaming, through podcasts. I give away a lot of stuff for free. I stay very non-commercial. I don't do long commercials. I don't have pop-ups on my webpage because I hate them. I think they're annoying to people. I don't have multiple tabs and things. I have a very simple webpage at claudediamond.com, and anybody can go there and click on a button, get a free book, a mind map. Anybody can set up a free 15-minute consultation. And I support that webpage by just doing free informational short videos on YouTube every week. People discover me, they watch more videos, they go to my webpage, and that's how I build up my database of followers. And you don't need a lot of people to run a successful business. And I don't mean employees. I mean, you don't need a lot of prospects. You just need a few quality prospects. Okay. Yeah. And to me, this is my logic. You guys can disagree. My logic is I'd rather speak to a handful, 3, 4, 5 warm prospects a day than chase hundreds or thousands of people who don't know who I am, who don't want to speak to me, who have been inundated by marketers. I'd rather attract a few people every day, talk to them, and just have a less rejection and a lot more fun. Now that makes sense to me.
Makes a lot of sense. Definitely. Definitely. Okay. Makes life easy.
I've been with you, listening to you and following along for just about a month now.
Yeah.
And I'm actually talking to people, and I'm using your methodology, your system. Like I said, when I first talked to you, it makes sense to me. All these other gurus that I've been following for the past 2.5, 3 years, it felt like a struggle. It didn't make sense. It's like, okay, it doesn't make sense. I'm going to wholesale. Now what do? I can't offer these people any other options. You have to talk to them this way. It doesn't work for every person. So it's like I was saying, as the weeks have been going, it's putting all these little things back in my head, and it makes sense. This guts approach.
Yeah,
I actually got a lead today. I got to make sure that the property is worth it. He just wants to get rid of it for the taxes owed on it. I don't know how to do that, but I know there is a way I could get the house and then make the tax payments later with the city, so I could get it essentially for free. Is that correct?
I don't know.
But it needs a full rehab.
Okay. Tom, the only thing I'm interested in is, can you control the property with true leverage?
Mhm.
Okay. And what's your profitability picture realistically? Why are we in business, gentlemen?
To make money
When?
today.
You left out the most important part. We're in business to make money today, to get commitments today, to get contracts today. Tomorrow never comes. Tomorrow they change their mind. They go with somebody else. They get something negative and it's gone. I see this all the time. Go ahead, John.
Well, he sent me pictures. He hasn't seen it in almost 9 years. And based on the repairs from the pictures in the video, add 9 years to it, it may not be savable.
Okay.
So that's why I would be getting back with him tomorrow in regards to it. He's ready to sign if, just get rid of the taxes for him and the penalties.
How do you monetize it though? How do you make money on this contract if you get it?
This one right here, if I was to get it for the taxes, which is about 20,000, the ARV on it is, according to the current recent sales, market value is around 70, 75. It's probably going to need about 25, 35 in repairs. And so you're not looking at a real big profit on a flip, but it would be a 900 or so, depending on, how rents go up. But currently 900 a month rent.
Okay. So you can control it. You, of course, to check your title and everything, make sure there's no liens, IRS, tax liens, child support, a
Yeah,
loss.
there's the 18,000 in back taxes. It's not for auction though, that I noticed. In foreclosure.
I'm sorry, are you asking me a question?
No, I said it's not at a foreclosure auction yet right now, but it does have 18,000 in back taxes.
Okay. And is that all practical for you? Are you going to put up the money? Are you going to do the repairs? Are you going to rent it out? Is that something that's practical for you today? Or are you just going to wholesale it, arbitrage it to another party?
That would probably be most beneficial on my behalf and someone else's, because I don't have the collateral to do that at this moment.
Okay.
And it, to me, would seem like it would help this person get this off of them. And if I could do something in that regards, it, gets me the actual experience. And if it works out for another, the flipper or the landlord, that does fix and then rent some. So it could create, that's just kind of how I was looking at it.
Okay, so one way for you to make money is get this under a contract, put together a prospectus. This is what it's worth. This is the estimate of the construction repair costs. Here is the marketability study I did on the property. It can rent for $900 a month, but you can buy it for $20,000 down. You have to put in another whatever, $25,000 in there. So you're spending $50,000 on a $70,000 property, you said?
Yeah, that's what I'm putting it at.
Okay.
With this new market, I didn't think that the properties were at that right now, because numbers are going off the hook. I mean, places where I thought a year or two ago were in the 60, maybe if you're lucky 80s, they're selling for 200 now.
Okay. Sell me that deal like you're Bernie Madoff.
I don't know how to do that.
Well, this is the time to learn. What's the one thing we said in the beginning that Bernie used all the time? The one, one
his-
word. The one word that makes smart, successful, rich, well-educated people become instantly stupid.
Greed.
Oh,
I heard,
persuasion.
I think I heard it. Wait a second.
Yeah.
What was it? What was it, Nehemiah?
What's that? Greed.
Greed.
Yeah.
Wall Street one. Greed is good.
Greed.
Greed is
Greed
good if
is
you're
good.
trying to sell something.
Indeed.
Okay.
Show me the money.
Somebody show me the money. Sell me that. Sell me something with some greed. Go ahead. Sell me that deal and hit my greed button to make my brain shut off, make me emotionally involved, make me greedy with this property. Tell me how much money I'm going to make. Sell it like Bernie.
Yeah, so
There's a book title. Sell it like Bernie.
Ooh, that's a good one right there. That's a good one. That's another package.
Maybe.
yeah. So let's see. Hey Claude, I got a opportunity here for you. If you're interested in it.
I like opportunities. Can I make some money? I'm always
Yeah.
about money. I want to make money.
Yeah, there's some money. There's some money involved in making it. You can either cash flow it or turn around and make a small little flip profit.
Oh, small. Sell it like Bernie. Would Bernie say a small
Oh.
profit?
Right. So yeah, well, you could either cash flow it. It does need repairs and everything, but then also you could flip it. The houses right now are starting to go for pretty high market value. So on the flip side, you could have a pretty substantial profit there. Like I said,
What do you mean by what do you mean by substantial?
Well, we've got it here under contract. I can get it to you for about 20. I can get it to you for 25,000. It's going to need probably, and I say probably because it depends on how you go ahead and do your rehab on it. Say 35,000, and some of the houses right now they're selling for between 115 and 150 on it out here. I'm sorry. Gosh, I got my wrong plate. Yeah. These are two different spots. Sorry.
Well, how do you make money on this? Why am I so lucky?
I'm just trying to put things together. This guy right here, he
You're Mother Teresa, huh?
it's this guy, he went ahead and thought he was going to do something with the property. He's been sitting on it for 10 years, and I figured it would be something that you'd be looking into.
Okay. I'll think about it.
You think about it. What are you going to think about?
I don't know, man. It doesn't sound like, I don't know. It doesn't sound, it sounds kind of iffy. I didn't hear you didn't hit my greed button, man. Sounds like I got to do repairs. I gotta buy a contract from you. I don't know. I'll think about it. I'll go. Give me a call in a week or two.
In a week or two, probably it'll be gone in a week or two.
Okay.
Got me on this.
Okay. Nehemiah,
I'll step in.
sell it like Bernie.
Hey, Claude, how would you like to make a quick $50,000?
Whoa, yeah, always.
A real quick one. Now, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Is this legal? Is this legal, man?
It will be 100% legal, and I'm going to be honest with you. Do you mind if I be real? You want me to tell you the truth, or you want me to lie to you?
No, I won't do business with someone who lies to me.
Well, I'm gonna tell you the truth. This house needs a little bit of work, but honestly, I'm looking at the other homes. They're selling for 115, 120,000 with just about minor upkeep. We're not talking about updating shit right now. But all I'm gonna tell you now, this house will not last long. Okay. Now I could get this to you.
Scarcity. You hear he hit the greed button, he hit the scarcity button.
I got a lot of people waiting on me right now. So I need to know right now how can I get you to sign this contract and get it over to you immediately?
Well, so how much am I going to make here? I heard $50,000.
Yes, $50,000 clean out the door.
Why am I so lucky? Why don't you do this deal yourself?
Claude, that's a great question. honestly, I'm a very busy guy, and I got a couple guys just, reaching out to me. I got some more calls to make. Myself, I'm the guy that delivers the deals. I don't really get my hands dirty with it, but I'm gonna say, hey, it sounds to me like you're not interested. Is that right?
I'm interested. I'm just cautious. How do you make money on this? Why, how do you make a buck out of this? You're not doing this for free, are you?
Yeah, well, Claude, I tell you this, you got a great point there. Of course, we don't do this for free. Today, our goal is to make money right now. You're going to make $50,000, and that's what I'm excited to deliver this to you. That's why I'm giving you the call. You're the first person I called as soon as I got this deal. You're the first person I thought about because I know you're the one that can make it happen within the next 3 days. I know this is you.
Well, how much did you
But
have?
it's okay to say no.
I'm not ready to say no yet. I mean, I'm really interested in this. How much do you, so you got this property under a contract, I presume, right?
Yes, it's under contract, ready to go.
How much did you get the contract for?
Contracts for $25,000.
And how much are you selling it to me for?
Yep, Claude, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm selling it to you. I'm being honest with you. I'm selling it. I'm giving it to you for $25,000.
Okay, off the role play. Why would you,
Well,
you have to make off the role play, you got to make a profit,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I'm making a profit. If the tax lien is 18th and I walk away with a quick 7.
I'm sorry, I'm missing how you make money on this. I'm lost here.
I'm selling it to you for 25. I got it under contract for 18.
Oh, you said you had it under contract for 25 though.
Yeah, that's what I'm selling it to you for.
No, that's
But
not.
I see what you're
that's
saying.
not
I see what
I
you're saying.
asked you, though. Okay.
Yeah, it's not what you asked me. Yeah, I got you.
See, I'm playing this
Yeah.
straight. Okay, let's go back in. Oh, listen,
Okay.
I see the original you got to show them the original contract sooner or later, right?
Yeah. We do a double close.
Yeah, but did you ever see a deal fall apart at the closing table because somebody didn't disclose something? And the guy says, hey, man, you told me you got it for 25. And here this contract says you got it for 18. Man, you're making $7,000 off my back. You just got this deal 2 days ago. That ain't right.
Claude, I would hate to do that. I would hate to put you in that situation. And that's, I'm an honest guy. And I want to make sure that we are upfront and honest with each other. I want to build trust with you. You're the first person I decided to call. If this is not the deal for you, just let me know. It's okay to fire me. You can,
Okay,
it's okay to say no.
What's the least you take to do a deal tonight?
The least I'll take. Claude, let me say this. I could tell you now that I could get you with a guy that's fresh out of high school that could get you a deal, and he'll only take $2,000. But I'm gonna ask you this: why do you think people decide to work with me? Why do you think so many people want to work with me?
I don't care. I want this property. You got a contract for 18,000. You want 25,000. You want 7,000 on top of your deal for me. Would you take less?
No, Claude, my value is built on my reputation. The reason why people work with me so much is because they know that I'm gonna bring them a quality deal. They know that they're going to make money.
I don't care. I want to pay less.
If you want to pay less, it's okay, Claude. I got 4 other people I can call right now. So it sounds to me like this is not a deal for you. Is that what you're saying?
How about if I give you 20 instead of 25?
That 25 is the contract.
You're making $2,000. You just got this deal 2 days ago, man.
That's true. That's very true. And and like I said, Claude, if you want it, I appreciate you. And I don't want to waste your time. But Claude, it sounds to me like we don't have a deal here. Is that right? It sounds like you're not willing. You don't want to make $50,000, do you?
What's your counter offer? You want 25, I want 20.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, it sounds like you don't want to make $50,000, do you? It sounds to me like we don't have a deal. Is that right?
I want to do the deal. I want the property, and I'm ready to write a check, make a commitment right now. I just want a horse trade with you a little.
A horse trade? Well, Claude, I'm a very busy man, and honestly, I really appreciate you. It just sounds to me like we're over. This deal is over. I got to make 3 other phone calls, and we can make this happen right now.
Let's pretend you don't have those 3 other deals, and the clock is ticking.
Okay. All right. Well,
You still got to play it the way you're playing
Still
it.
gotta
You're
play
doing a
it.
beautiful job, by the way. I'm just giving
I
it to the real here.
No, I appreciate that. Let's go. We could go in. Okay.
What's
Well,
the best? What's the best price What's the best price you could give me to do a deal right now?
you know, that's a great question, Claude. And what I would ask you is that, if you don't mind me, just help me a little bit. Help me understand something. Like, is money the problem here?
Yes,
Is
you're
that's the
you're
issue?
making too much.
You feel like I'm making too much. Is that right?
Did I stutter?
Okay. Well, let me ask you this, Claude, because I'm still curious about how is it that I'm bringing a deal to you that's a $50,000 deal where you're able to flip your money in, let's say, in the next 2 days, and you're griping about what again?
I made you an offer. You got it for 18,000. I offered you 20. You want 25.
Yeah, that's right.
What can we do? What could you come down a little? I'll come up a little. How about that?
Okay. Well, Claude. All right, Claude. So say, for instance, if I was to come down a little bit, what would you say to me next?
I'd say yes if it's the right price.
Okay. All right. And as of right now, you're saying you're making a counter offer of what? You're saying
I'll cut to the chase here because I got to go walk the 10 chihuahuas. Okay.
yeah. And
I'll give you 22. I'll give you 22.5.
22.5. Okay, Claude. Well, listen, I really appreciate the offer, and if you can meet me halfway, and somewhere in the halfway mark between, let's say 20.
You want 25, I want 20. The halfway mark is 22.5.
I got children to feed, Claude. Throw extra 1,000 for my.
I don't care. Should I call Child Protective Services or what?
No, we got birthdays coming up, Claude, and this is something I'm giving you a $50,000 deal that's packaged already.
Happy birthday.
And just for extra work, I got a contractor ready to do the work for you. And then this is something that you're going to be able to move right into and close this deal and make your 50,000 no sweat off your back.
I'm ready to leave. I'm ready to hang up the phone. I'm getting tired here.
Oh, Claude, this is not what you want then, huh? So this sounds like it's over, huh?
I think it's over.
Hmm.
You're losing me. Be careful.
All right. Okay.
You're losing me.
Before I go, let me ask you a question, Claude, before I go. This sounds.
You can make $4,500 right now on a deal you just found 2 days ago.
Yeah, and that's a good deal. Now I'm looking at my reputation here and what my value is, because when I'm bringing to the table, the reputation is built around construction, rapport, and I'm bringing a full deal ready and cut out the door. Now, honestly, you're saying the value that I'm bringing to you right now is being reduced because of $7,000. Is that right?
Yes.
What is it about me making money and you making more money? What is it about that that's causing you to say, hey, I'm making too much? Is that a problem?
Hey, it's nothing personal. I'm just negotiating with you. I'm ready. Listen, I don't know how many people you spoke to, but I'm ready to do a deal now, and I have the money. I just want a better deal. It's okay to say no to me. You want to?
Yeah. All right, Claude. Normally I wouldn't do this. Honestly, this is something that goes against all my ethics. But you know what? You have a deal. You have a deal.
I don't want to do a deal against your ethics. I'm not trying to beat you up. I'm just negotiating. That's all. Counter offer me. Bump me up a little.
Yeah. 23. Listen, Claude. I feel like this is a deal that's perfect for you. I know for a fact it's something that you're going to enjoy. You're going to walk away with $55,000, and I'll take it this: 23,000 out the door right now. Property is yours.
You got a deal, sir. Thank you.
Contract is in your email.
Okay. See, you just made yourself $5,000.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you made me work for it. Claude.
Don't take it personal. I think you were taking, even in role play, you learn things that you never. I think you were taking it personally.
That's true. I was learning about myself. You were my social proof. I was holding on to my social proof.
Yeah. John, go ahead.
When you went to, I gave you a 20. I probably would have come back with a 23. because of the fact that my intention would be to make that quick money and then possibly do future business.
Remember
know.
what, exactly. Remember what I said? You didn't have any other buyers and the clock was ticking. Sometimes, listen, if you told me you got this deal, it's a hot property, there's plenty of people to talk to, and you got 60 days to sell it, and today is only day number 1, I wouldn't take the deal either, right? You have the time to market it and sell. But what if you only have a week left? You've been trying to sell this thing for 3-4 weeks. Nothing's happening. You're not getting any buzz on it. What are you going to, I mean, you could take the attitude, oh, the phone's ringing off the hook. People will love this. You're going to make a lot of money. You can take that attitude as a negotiating tactic. But in the end, do you want to get rid of this thing today?
Yes, definitely. Especially when you're back against the wall and the clock is ticking.
Here's the rule. Don't let your ego get in the way of making money.
See, I'm familiar kind of with the whole idea of taking a lower buy or whatever, however we want to call it. When I used to roof, I used to bid jobs, and I would underbid, and I would get 3 or 4 jobs to the guy that's making sure that he got that $350 a square that he would only do a job for. So I would make, twice as much, if not more, than he made waiting for that one job.
Volume is that. Listen, turnover is key in the business.
Yeah,
Turnover is key. Absolutely. We've lost some of these horse trading skills, these negotiating skills, which come, in negotiation. And Nehemiah did a great job, and I was very tough on you. Okay, that was real world there.
Yeah, you was going for the heart.
But you know what? If you can get past your uncle here, doing this in role play, then when you go in the real world, it might be easy. You might get lucky. You might get easier.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. You use scarcity. I got a lot of people to call. Someone's going to make a lot of money today. If you don't want, sir, if you're not comfortable, don't worry about it. I'm only making $7,000 on this thing, sir. I'm not getting rich. You're the one who's going to make all the money here. But if you don't want to do this, I understand. And listen, if I know what you want to pay, and if I can't sell this deal in the next 30 days to one of my other investors, I'll call you back and I'll take the lower price. But right now, I think I can get whatever I want. So let me ask you something, sir. You sound like a professional man, a businessman. You're going to really, for $3,000, you're going to lose $50,000. Does that make any sense?
That's a pool right there. Claude, that doesn't make sense. But right now, I feel like you're making too much money off this deal, right? You just got this deal a couple hours ago.
You're right, sir. You're right. And you know how much time and trouble and research and that I got to do. I just found this deal a couple days ago, but you want me to tell you about all the weeks I went without finding a deal, all the hours they put into research and everything. So listen, I don't have to justify my profit to you, sir. It's very reasonable. You're making the big money. I'm making the little money. We can do business today, or you can tell me to get lost. You pick.
Yeah. Well,
but if you tell me to get lost, you're making probably one of the biggest financial mistakes of your life today, sir.
Yeah.
You strike me as a much smarter man than that.
Yeah, and I am a smarter man than that. That's why I'm gonna offer you a counter offer at, I'm gonna offer you, 20.
Okay, I don't want to go back into that. That once is enough, man. I got the whip marks on my back from that last role play.
I was gonna come back with it. Like, let's go. We go back here. 21,000. We get to 22,000.
There's so much psychology. You can't let your ego, here's the trouble. We were talking about Bernie Madoff and how he made people emotional with greed and everything. Okay. But what happens when we become emotional? Vernon, smile. What the heck? What are you so? There he is. All right. You look like someone ran over your pet chihuahua or something. What happened? Vernon, what happens when we get emotionally involved in a negotiation? What happens?
Us as a seller or the prospect?
Anybody, I don't care, buyer, seller, whatever. What happens when you get emotionally involved? You're negotiating a deal with somebody and you start getting a little pissy and and you start getting emotionally involved. What does this shut off?
Thoughts get clouded.
Yeah. So yeah, you start going on automatic, not thinking.
Yeah. Yeah. You want to make the other guy emotional. You want to paint that picture. Oh, sir, you're going to get this deal. You're going to put in a little money in it. I can even give you a contractor. You're going to make yourself 50,000 big ones, sir. You know, it's going to be a good day in your household. Can you imagine that? $50,000. I mean, how many Benjamins is that on the table there? If you stack them all up, can you see it? Oh my God. You know, and listen, it's okay to say no to me. I've got plenty of other investors, but you're the new guy. We've never done business. And I like bringing in new people because I'm good at one thing, sir, finding deals. Would you like to make some money today or should I leave you alone?
I like to make some money today.
Okay, well, here you are, sir. Got this property. You're going to make 50,000 on it. Needs a little TLC, a little fix up. I just got it under contract. I'm not making a fortune on this, sir. I got it for 18. I'm selling it to you for 25. That means I make a whole 7,000, but you make the 50 big ones. Is that fair?
That sounds fair, but could you work with me a little bit with the price?
No. I could have started at 10,000, sir, and made it $28,000, but all I need is 7,000 out of this deal. I just want to turn it over quick. And it's okay to say no to me. I got 20 other guys to call. Someone's going to make a lot of money today. This property, by the way, even better, the neighborhood, this home will rent for $900 a month. Okay. How much is $900 a month? What is that? 10,800 a year?
Pretty much about a little less than
property. Do you have any stock, any bond, anything you've ever purchased that would give you that kind of return?
No.
What should we do next, sir?
Guess we'll go through with it.
Only if you want to, sir. It's okay to say no to me. I'll take my wagon and go home.
I can go through with it.
There you go. There you go. Good role play. Good role play. You got to make people, you got to hit that greed button sometimes. That's what this is the Bernie Madoff memorial ceremony here. We're trying to learn what would Bernie, WWBD, what would Bernie do? Okay. Whatever you want to say of the man, let him rest in peace. Okay. The people that he stole from, that he manipulated, that he cheated. These are smart, well-educated, highly successful people. What made them so? I just go back to my original premise. How could people that successful, that smart, that well-educated, how could they be that stupid? What makes
scarcity?
Scarcity plays into it. You're right. Here's a guy when the savings bank, what's the bank pay today? What's your savings bank pay? 1%. My wife just told me 1%. So a guy comes to you and says, I got an investment here. They'll pay
1%.
18%. What are you drinking? Is that Soylent Green? What was that? What was
homemade green juice?
A green juice. Okay. Okay. Trivia question. Where's the word Soylent? What movie did the word Soylent Green come from?
I'm not sure.
It was an old Charlton Heston movie, and it was a sci-fi, and it actually had Edward G. Robinson in it.
Come on, man. I was about 2 when that came out, man. Probably.
Oh, yeah. So what? You don't like old movies? What's one of the greatest movies ever made? Casablanca.
Cleopatra.
Oh God, I love old movies. By the way, here's my movie. By the way, I have a movie review for everybody right now. I always like to do movie reviews. I found a movie that's worse than Wonder Woman 2020.
Whoa.
Is it that bad?
I think it's I love sci-fi, by the way. I love good, especially like the old sci-fis, but they came out with on HBO came out with Godzilla versus King Kong versus Godzilla.
Oh,
I think it's I think it's got all the high tech and everything. It is just such a bad movie, and poor Tokyo gets just destroyed again.
it's demolished. Yeah, I watched it that night you mentioned it. I was like, man, they really tried their best to bring this back, but it's pretty. It wasn't that bad though. I don't think it was
Okay,
that bad. You say it was the worst movie of 2020?
I thought it was worse than Wonder Woman, which I also thought was oh geez.
Yeah, that was awful. That was awful.
Watched it yet.
Yeah, it was almost as the one movie I liked that nobody else liked was the Justice League movie, which went on for 4 or 5
Oh, I
hours.
like that.
How many hours was that movie? My God, it went long.
Yeah, about 2.
No, it was longer, wasn't it?
I think close to 3, but like 2:45, something like that. It was long.
It was long, and it was a complete failure in the box office. And they bought it and put out they fired the director in the middle of the movie, and they cut the movie to shreds and put it out in the cinema. It didn't go, and then they put it. I forgot it was if it was Netflix, or I think it was Netflix or HBO or one of the companies put it out, and people love it now. It's a very dark movie.
Yeah, it's a definitely different cinematry in regards to like comparing DC to Marvel. Like you already know whose budget is higher. Like you know, like Marvel just takes it to a whole new level with their budget, and it's a universe. They have a universe that's really.
I define a movie.
They got Disney now too.
What's that? Say again.
The Marvel's got Disney now too to back them. Marvel's has Disney.
Yes. No, Disney has Marvel,
No.
doesn't it?
Disney.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Marvel now has Disney to back them up and put more of the effects in it. The monies to make it more special effects.
Absolutely. Big news today. Legoland is opening up in Southern California.
Sweet. I got to go there someday.
Guys,
Yeah.
ever the Legos? Everything. It's a really unique amusement park. Everything is made out of Legos.
That is fascinating.
Oh, God, but don't use the bathrooms at Legoland. Man, those toilet seats hurt.
Man,
Are they made of Legos?
God, please tell me the toilet seats ain't made of Legos. Are you serious?
Absolutely. Hey, you guys are all in different places. Does it look like the world is opening up again slowly?
Not here,
Where's here?
Toledo, Ohio.
Really? Everything's still closed up?
Yeah, no, it's open. I'm sorry. Everything's open, but they enforce the masks and all that. I misunderstood that at first.
Yeah. The restaurant, finally here in Southern California, the restaurants are opening to 50% capacity.
Yeah, you still gotta be 6 foot apart everywhere you go.
Yeah.
Atlanta is wide open. Atlanta never shut down. Like people have always nothing closed in Atlanta, but it's fascinating. Really? Yeah, because Detroit is actually shut down again. Like their hospitals are full, like max capacity over again.
That's funny because I'm not even an hour away from Detroit, and I was working in Detroit throughout this whole thing between here, Toledo, and towards Cleveland and Sandusky. And it every area you go is completely different. And it's like the guys that I work with, even though they shut the city down, they still had to go out and work.
Wow. Yeah. Are you essential services like emergency or?
Indirectly, telecommunications.
Okay. Yeah. That's important.
Hey, let's see here. Got some notes here. We're broadcasting simultaneously on YouTube. My buddy Michael Buckles in Atlanta. Nehemiah, I think you know that man.
Oh, that's my lovely, my gracious, generous cousin. Where is he? Is he in?
He's on. He came on for a second, but he disappeared. I think we scared him off. But he's in the YouTube page right now. He says, "Love the hairstyle. I'm just too lazy to get a haircut." And Dynamite Disco Biscuit says, is Bernie dead? Yes, Bernie died 2 days ago, I believe.
On my birthday.
Really?
Yes.
Well, happy birthday.
Well, thank you. No, I figured I'd go ahead and on my birthday, you know, he died. I'd go ahead and have a new birth and take on some of his qualities. You know, crazy. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
You know,
Channel it. My
they-
birthday was Monday. That's awesome.
the funny thing is, if he used those same skills for good, he probably would have been. He
10
was.
times.
He was successful before he started doing all this Ponzi stuff.
Right.
He was making a lot of money before. How much do you need to be happy? How much money do you need to be truly happy in life?
Not to have to worry about bills, and obviously have the ability to just do things for experience, in the sense of go travel here, you know, try this and try that. It's really not a whole lot if you really think about it.
But, honestly, I really agree with you. And right now it's to a point to where just having access to capital to a point where it's not the first thing that's in your mind,
I think he froze up there a little.
Yep.
If-
Yeah, I've been a true firm believer for as long as I can remember. You know, the only way to be free is to be wealthy, because you don't have
But what is wealthy? Let's define. It's so different to different people. What is really what is wealthy? All the money. Do you need as much money as Bill Gates to be happy?
Oh, no. In a sense, for me, wealthy is like I was just, talking. I don't have to worry about bills. I'm providing something with my time to fulfill myself in the meantime, which is creating all this at the same time. But you understand what I'm saying? It's just
Yeah.
and enjoying life.
Vernon, what's your take on that? How much do you need to be happy?
Well, that's a personal question where that answer is different for each individual.
You're right.
So you have to determine what you need to be happy. And then when you determine that, you're probably going to take into account what you need to help your family, what you need for you to pay your bills every month. But usually people start out with, how much money do you need to live comfortably and pay all your bills without breaking a sweat?
Yeah.
That's usually what's wealthy.
I've always defined it very simply. Can I go to bed without thinking about money? Can I go to sleep, have the sleep of the righteous? Have you guys, I have, ever gone to bed worried and stressed a little? The money thing is just going over and over. You can't relax. You're thinking, how am I going to pay the rent? How am I going to pay this bill? And it's, to me, it's very unhealthy. It's an unhealthy way to live life and everything. Going to bed without thinking about money, to me, was always my standard.
I can appreciate that. I made a lot of money, in the sense of I averaged between 100, 150, 200, which for me, that's a considerable amount of money for the work I was doing. But I lost my thought there. Sorry.
It's okay. I do that all the time.
What were we just talking about?
We were talking what you need to be happy. How much do you really need?
Oh, for me, it was always feast or famine. I would have a bunch and then I wouldn't have any. But like I grew up working for my grandfather. So the way I learned to make money was physically. And so this whole concept has been quite the challenge for me. Mm-hmm. To convert from actually using my hands to using creativity, which it's fascinating to me in a sense, because it's like, okay, I'm making this out of nothing.
Yeah. When I was young and in college, I was going to college and I literally worked 3 other part-time jobs. I needed money bad, and I didn't need sleep when I was in 18, 19, 20 years old. You guys remember, you didn't need as much sleep as you need now. I mean, I could
sleep about 4 hours.
I could go some nights without sleeping at all. I'm a high energy guy. I wouldn't need sleep. So I could work. I'd work for Kmart till 10 o'clock at night. I worked at the college. I worked at I was, doing all that. And that's, you can do that for so long. But then after a while, don't you just want to work smart, as you said? Absolutely.
Yeah, well, I get tired. Honestly, I got tired of it because it's like the whole world, literally everything money-wise changed in 2008. And that's my last 200,000 a year. I went from that to nothing for 6 months. I lived off of what I had in the bank and slowly worked my way back up to where I was. And then
Good for you.
things happened to me. So I said, there's got to be another way, and looked into the real estate, and then I found you, and now it's moving.
Thank you. I love real estate. It's like food and water and air. Everybody needs a place to live. If you can find to leverage real estate, meaning control real estate through options or any of the techniques, subject to or owner finance, or just very simply consulting in real estate. Can you learn enough about the subject so that when someone has a problem, you don't have to do the deal. You can just get paid to think and communicate solutions to the deal. That's something, right. And that's something I think we'll talk about next Friday here at Beer with Claude. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us. You guys have a great weekend. Anybody who's watching tonight, if you go to my webpage, claudediamond.com, I've got free books there, free 15-minute consultations. Have a great, safe weekend. And remember, nobody deserves success more than you. Thank you.